What's up, genders? With this click of a button, we just hit 20,000 days in my survival world. Now, that's a pretty nifty little achievement, if I say so myself. So I think we should do something special for it. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going through every single one of my episodes and showing everyone exactly how I reached this point in my world. So, let's get started. Episode 1. I'm gonna be completely honest, episode 1 through 4, it's really nothing special. It's just your basics, establishing your territory, getting good gear, enchanting, building your first XP farm, all that kind of stuff. So, we're gonna be starting at 5. Episode 5. This is where things start ramping up. We beat the dragon and get our first elytra, which honestly leads me to many elytra deaths, which is why I don't play on hardcore, because I'm trash. But also, I don't want to mention that because it makes me look bad. Episode 6. In episode 6, we built an Enderman XP farm, the first of many mega farms. And this farm is still, to this day, one of my favorite XP farms I've ever used. But now it's gone, but it will never be forgotten. Episode 7. Episode 7, we got started on something that, well, I still use today. My spawn chunks. And also, I built a pretty cool villager breeder to make, well, how do I put this? Slaves. Episode 8 and 9. In episode 8 and 9, I started and completed my first ever iron farm. And this iron farm, it supplied me with iron for the next 53 episodes. And I think I only AFK'd like 2 times. Episode 10. Episode 10 was a really easy one. All we did was kill a bunch of ghasts to get their tears, make them cry, and then we used their sad tears to make crystals that blow up, and then we used those crystals to spawn the end boss 19 more times to kill them and get the end gateways. That was probably the dumbest way I could have explained that. Episode 11. In this one, I built a decent creeper farm. It's semi my design, but pretty much stolen from Logical Geek Boy. Episode 12. Episode 12 is the first video I spent over 20 hours working on. I spent the first 7 hours finishing off the big spawn chunks platform that I worked on previously. And if that wasn't enough, I then spent the next 13 hours clearing an ocean monument, because why not? And this, well, I may as well put it in. This leads me to episode 13, where I end up building a guardian, where I destroyed the ocean monument. Episode 14. In episode 14, I built a turtle egg farm. Why did I build a turtle egg farm, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. So I could use their unborn babies as bait for zombified piglins. Of course. A gold farm, if you didn't understand. Number 15. I designed a farm I'm extremely proud of. It is a mass steak and leather farm. I swear to God, nobody has done this farm like on a big scale, and I just decided, fine, I'll do it myself. And if you hate it, you're cringe. Episode 16. Honestly, I'm disappointed in myself for not doing this sooner. I built a raid farm in this episode, but I do not understand how I didn't die as much as I lose totems in this episode. I have become so unsafe when playing this game because I've popped so many totems since I've built this. Episode 17. Many gloomy days were had because of this episode. This episode still haunts me to this day with just errors, bad things, bad stuff, so much bad. Like my statistics, they sometimes just reset. They go gone. Basically, in this episode, I nearly lost it all. My world got corrupted. I couldn't access it at all. Luckily, there was a way to fix it. And luckily, obviously, I found it. All I lost was all of my stats, 3,000 in-game days, everything in my inventory, and everything in my ender chest. But I grinded all that back in the episode. Besides my days, I couldn't grind that back. Technically, I should be at 23,000, but I don't really care about that. Episode 18. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand why I made this an episode. This is probably the laziest thing I've ever done. All I did this episode was make this little patch of land a carrot farm and use the carrots to make golden carrots. Oh, actually, no. I also had to fix my iron farm because some silly goofy guy had the bad omen effect and started a raid near it. It was me. Episode 19. I tried in this one, okay? I tried really hard to make my own squid farm, but their mechanics are so wackily dumb. I couldn't. It's like impossible. Like, look at this guy. He's not moving at all. He's just twirling like an idiot. So I just ended up with this monstrosity. Episode 20. End 21? End 22? I finally built myself a base. Not this one. The old one that I built in those episodes is gone. But don't question why I went so long without a base, because I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I lived on a freaking island like Lost, okay? I was nuts. Episode 23. This one was kind of a boring one because all I did was, like, farm shulkers. Not like this, though. Remember, back in the old days, back in the good old days, you couldn't make an actual shulker box farm. You had to go out into the end dimension, and then you had to go and murder several dozen, hundreds even, shulker boxes just to have a freaking living in Minecraft. So don't call me dumb for doing it the way that I did in the comments. Episode 24. I built a really good obsidian farm in this one. It's gone now, but I'm still using the spoils of this to this day. And I've built a lot of things out of obsidian, but I am getting decently low, so I might have to build a new, better one in the future. Episode 25 through to 31. Oh my god. I started one of my favorite projects I've done in my world, the Realms project. This is basically just a ripoff of Adventure Time, the Elements segment of the show, where the land of Ood got sliced in 4 quarters and each element was just one corner. But I did it in Minecraft, like the Nether, the Overworld, and the End. But this project will forever be unfinished unless Minecraft adds another realm into this game, because there's only 3. I'm going to do a quick speed round through these next few videos because, to be honest, this was a point where I was really lazy and was just trying to make quick and easy videos, and that's really boring. So here we go. 32, Mob Farm. 33, Auto Sorter. 34, Wither Rose Farm. 35, Wool Farm. 36, Wither Skull Farm. 37, Concrete Maker. 38, another Creeper Farm. Episode 39. This is where I started the biggest projects that at the time I had ever worked on. And don't worry, the scaffolding isn't meant to be a part of it. It's freaking, that's for a future episode, just to mention it's not there. What I did was a perimeter. You can't see it. Look, it was a perimeter to put a creeper farm in. At the time, I didn't use TNT duping or sand duping at all. And I also wanted to blow up the entire perimeter in a unique way that no one's ever done before. So to do it in the way that I wanted to, it took me 150 hours. Oh. And I actually didn't finish it up until episode 50, but we'll get to that soon. Episode 40. In episode 40, I figure out how I want to blow up this big hole. And, just to prepare the way I want to do it, which was digging out big holes to put TNT in, it's like setting dynamite charges or something. It took 58 hours. I don't actually think I even finished all the holes that episode. Episode 41. Episode 41 is where 1.16 came out, and I kind of just explored around that episode. It was really boring. It sucked. And it's 1.18 now. How weird is that? No, that can't be right. Episode 42. I built a beautiful, technically my own design. I think Logical Geek Boy designed the frigging chamber that they sit in, but then the rest is mine. I built my own designed piglin bartering farm. And with just 10 piglins, this thing is insanely broken. Episode 43. I built another carrot farm. This was also a bread and beetroot and potato farm, but it was an automatic one this time. It wasn't a lazy freaking 10 by 10 square of just carrots like a loser. But it's gone now. I get rid of so many things. Quick intermission. I can't be the only one that does this. I cannot be. Does anybody else just get rid of their old farms that they know they're never going to use again? Because I have gotten rid of so many things. It's nuts. Now, I know people like to keep old things in their world because then it just fills up a space and then makes their world look cool. But in reality, it's friggin' useless. You're not doing anything with it. I hope I'm offending so many people right now because it's so stupid. Intermission over. Episode 44. When placing TNT for the perimeter, lava set one singular piece of TNT on fire, and it blew up 1/4 of all of it. Every single piece of TNT that I had placed, gone. Almost blew up the entire quarter. And what I wanted to do was blow up the entire 257 by 257 area with one big explosion. But then Minecraft just told me, nope. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for speed round number 2, because these next few videos are really friggin' boring. 45, Ice Farm. 46, Bee Farm. 47, Big Platform. 48, Tiny Tree Farm on Big Platform. 49, Storage Area for Big Platform. Episode 50. Okay, I've been hyping this episode up for the past 11 episodes now. So, your expectations are basically at an all-time high, and I better freaking give you what you deserve. And I'm pretty sure this is the biggest singular explosion in survival Minecraft. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I did research. I did a lot of research, meaning Google searches and looking it up on YouTube. But I couldn't find anyone doing like a big singular explosion for a perimeter. So I'm taking the crown. Thank you. Here we go. It's mine now. Episode 51. In this one, I built an insanely good creeper farm designed by, yet again, Logical Geek Boy. I'm just realizing now how much I use his stuff. And it kind of works a treat. It's insane. This farm is incredibly good. Small speed round incoming. 52. Raid farm. 53. Base improvements. Episode 54. Only 4 episodes after my first perimeter. You know what I thought was a great idea? A really good idea? Let's do another perimeter. I hate myself enough, and I did it all without TNT dupers. This time was actually really fun because I did it a second unique way, and I kind of just carpet bombed the entire area, and it looked sick. I loved it. Episode 55. I then proceeded to just slap a good old Ilmengo witch farm in it. Episode 56. I think in this one, I built the biggest villager-based crop farm in Minecraft? I don't actually know, and I can't really tell you the size of it anymore because it's kind of gone. So I'm just gonna take world record credit and not elaborate. Episode 57. In this one, I designed a little baby bamboo farm. Episode 58. I'm very proud of myself for this one. I designed my own 256 furnace smelter array. It may not look that complicated, but screw you. I did it. I'm the best. Moving on. Episode 59. I spent 30 hours building a beautiful melon-based bone meal farm designed by Ilmengo, so I could then supply myself with unlimited bone meal and white dye. Episode 60. Again, I think this is another world's biggest farm. Also, again, I don't actually know. My extensive knowledge on researching stuff is Googling and YouTube. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I built the biggest bamboo farm. Episode 61. I decided to challenge myself for this video. You may have noticed every build that I do kind of just looks a little bit boring. Not very fancy. So I wanted to build a new base on top of my old one that looks semi-decent. And I think, I hope, I pray that I did a decent, okay job. I don't freaking know. Tell me in the comments if it looks dog water. Episode 62. This episode, I just kind of completely ripped off Shulker Craft. I saw they built this exact iron farm that produces 10,000 iron an hour. So I just built the exact same one, except 3 times bigger. Get wrecked, Shulker Craft. Beat that. Episode 63. I finally built a proper sugarcane farm. For over a year, I'd been going back to my old base, getting sugarcane from there, and what I had to do is I had to sit there, wait for sugarcane to grow, and then harvest it manually, and it was just so stupid. So, yeah, I built a sugarcane farm. That's the moral of the story. Episode 64. I did a 3rd perimeter, except I used TNT flying machines like a loser. But it made it so much easier, and I did all of it in 1 episode. I also did the other one in one episode, so I just kind of sound like an idiot saying this. The reason I needed this perimeter is for a slime farm. And prior to this, I had never built a single slime farm in this world at all. People normally build slime farms as their first thing. I've just never needed one, I guess, until then. I guess I've just become more evolved. Episode 65. In this one, I built a friggin' huge cactus farm. Now, I could have made this another world record farm, but I stopped at 42,000 cactus an hour because it says 420 and that's 420, and that number is really funny. Episode 66. I built a nice little trading hall so I could get emeralds, which I don't use that part anymore, get enchanted books, get like golden carrots, get redstone, all that crap. Food, us rich people, we have it all. And if you don't praise this design, I'll be very disappointed. Episode 67. I decided to change it up here. Normally, I like to focus on one project in a video. This time, I just decided, hey, let's build 3 little farms in a video. And they all were revolving around the same subject. Gold. I built Ilmengo's Zombified Piglin XP farm. I built, I don't know whose design gold farm. And I built my own design Piglin bartering farm. It's so good, okay? And I'm being honest here. I genuinely think it's smart. I think it's cool. I think it's a good design. So shut up! Episode 68. In this one, I built a wool farm that used around 800 sheep slaves, and it produced around 17,000 wool per hour. It's no world record, but it was my design, and I used it. But also, it's gone because it had 800 freaking sheep in it. I'm definitely gonna build a new one in the future. Episode 69. We've made it. It's the funny number. The number that makes everyone giggle. The number that makes everyone smile. Of course we had to do something special for this. Something amazing. Something, dare I say, even a little wacky. We built Among Us vs Minecraft in real life in Minecraft. And it's so beautiful. It is genuinely a piece of art. Episode 70. I don't know why, but I really enjoy building world record farms. Like, no, I really, really enjoy it. There's just something about it. Sitting there for days, wasting your life, building something bigger than someone else. It's crazy. And I did it again. I built a cobblestone farm that makes 2 million cobblestone an hour. This one actually wasn't that hard to build, but all the other world record farms, they took days. And that's the fun part. Yeah, okay, I'm done. Episode 71. For this one, I changed it up a lot. I didn't do a big farm. I didn't do my base. I just had fun building. And I did. It's nothing detailed or special or anything. It's just a slime castle. I genuinely enjoyed making this biome out of 2 million slime balls. Episode 72. Go. Guys. I built another world record. What? I built a world record egg farm. When I had it, yes, it's gone. It produced 12,000 eggs an hour. Now, I cannot find anything. I searched for at least 20 minutes. Yep, I know. Crazy. I couldn't find anybody doing mass chicken farms at all. Like, what? They've been in the game from like the start. And when I do see mass chicken farms, I don't see anything that comes close to 12,000. Please. Episode 73. I don't think I should mention anything from this episode because it could be considered a war crime. Episode 74. In this one, I built this glass platform. That's it. Not this, just the platform. I know. Extremely lazy episode. Actually, hold up. No. In the episode, yeah, screw you. In the episode, I destroyed my beautiful Enderman farm. And then I tried to recreate it, but for some reason, it was just broken on this platform. So many heartbroken memories. Oh, okay. Yep. That's what happened that episode. That episode sucked for 2 reasons. Nothing happened, and I lost all of my happiness. Episode 75. The world's biggest honey farm. That's what I made that episode. This bee farm has 2,160 bees in it, and it produces 9,000 honey an hour. Episode 76. Now, you may see this, and you might think to yourself, what's this? This is just a normal-sized house. And you'd be right. There is nothing special about this. There's nothing going on. It's just a normal sized house. May as well just skip this part. Episode 77. As I said, I really enjoyed the slime biome, so I just decided, hey, I'll build another biome, but I'll make this one nether. And I think I'm gonna be building a lot more biomes from now on. Just have this one area of a lot of biomes. I think that'll be sick. Episode 78. I built a really fast pork chop farm. And yes, it's really easy. It's just portals stacked. I built this because I did have a video plan. I had a really cool idea for this. What I was going to do is I was going to build an army of dogs, hence why I needed pork chops to breed them. And then it would be like dogs versus iron golems or dogs versus other stuff. But it doesn't really work the way that I wanted to. So now I have a pork chop farm. Episode 79. There's probably a lot of you wondering, since we talked about episode 39, what the heck is this? It's a big scaffolding structure. There's your answer. Why did I build a big scaffolding structure? So I could break it. There's cool pistons underneath. When they de-extend, it breaks all of it. And there's 800,000 scaffolding here. And the only reason I'm keeping it here is for a challenge for you guys. When I do episode 100 and do a world download, this will still be here. And I want to see if your guys' PCs will set on fire. My only goal is destruction. Episode 80. I went on a hunt to build the world's largest circle in a single player world. And after a bunch of research, I'm pretty sure I did it. It's got a 4,001 block diameter. And please, if you can find a circle in a single player world that's bigger than that, please tell me, because I refuse to have a smaller circle. Now, where we're up to, episode 81. I built my 4th perimeter to put a withered skeleton farm inside. And I used iron blocks for the design because, why not? And all up, it cost 2.5 million iron ingots. Just some. And that's it. That's my entire series so far. And what will my next video be? Well, like and subscribe to see my biggest project yet.